Okay, let me see.
Coffee.
Ooh, there was okay, this was interesting. God, this was something I was talking about with Kiki not too long ago. Dear Jane. It's a Dear Jane article out of the Daily Mail, one of my favorite publications. Dear Jane, I am refusing to take my husband's name after marriage because I think it's sexist. He says it means I don't love him. In her latest Agony and column, bestselling author Jane Green offers some sage advice to a woman whose marriage has been thrown into turmoil. She also gives guidance to a reader who has found herself with no adult friends. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this gal, I've been married for 6 months now, and thus far it's been a bit of an up and down experience thanks to an unforeseen hiccup between myself and my new husband before our wedding. I hope it's not this woman. Oh, this is a Danish. This is a Danish debutante. No.
She's just looking for an excuse.
Before our wedding, we had all these big discussions that everyone advises you should have: shared finances, kids, political affiliations, all that stuff. But look at the dogs. But we left one topic completely undiscussed, I think largely because neither of us thought it would be an issue: name changing. As silly as it might sound, I'm incredibly fond of my name and feel as though I've worked hard to make that name matter in my industry. Yeah. So when people asked whether I'd be changing it, my immediate response was always no, which is exactly what I told my husband when he asked a few days after the wedding. When he's waiting a few days after the wedding to ask about it, that should have been a conversation much earlier. The thing is, rather than if he asked when, which made our response somewhat awkward, as you might have imagined. He asked her when she's changing her name.
That is, that should have definitely came up like way ahead
months earlier.
Like when you're even planning the wedding, like you're like have the, you're like saying the name of the family, like like that's all part of the. Here, an invitation from the baker.
Right.
That should have came up like
you have your
stuff.
Wedding swagger envelopes are going to say, are they going to say Mr. and Mrs. whatever? Are they going to say,
exactly.
That's part of your fucking envelope etiquette.
What do you guys think? I mean, you think it's just you got to go with the tradition? Sometimes I definitely think they should have a name, but I mean, obviously, if you're like a professional and you have a name like in like a business, like I think you should at least just keep that as your like professional persona, right?
It depends.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Stage name, but then I mean, who even wants people to know you're real anyway? So it's like
it depends. Yeah, it depends what your job
I always
is.
felt like there were some girls that I knew that like would marry guys with really boring names, and they had like super cool names. And I was like, maybe they could have made a deal, and like the guy would just be like, "You've got a cool last name."
That's what Zoe Saldana did. Her husband took her last name.
Yeah, because I guess my ex-girlfriend had it. She was like McEwen, and I guess it's not that great, but I always thought their family was really cool. McEwen clan, and then she became Thrift, Deja Thrift.
What?
Like, that's a really I don't know that I want to give up my name for Thrift.
Thrift, like the store.
Yeah, like store. Like,
what if she wanted to be a thrift shopper influencer?
Then I mean that would be huge. Yeah, I mean, but you're talking yourself out. I just thought it, it could be on the table. I know that like Christians probably lose their mind and.
Unless as sassy as Keanu Bisanti, my betrothed, his name is Gino Bisanti. As sassy as Keanu Bisanti sounds, I'm gonna stick with my stage name, Keanu. I'm gonna get chuck my middle name because who needs it anyway? I'll be Keanu Thompson Bisanti legally, and then I'll just stay Keanu Thompson. But legally I'll be Keanu Bisanti. But unless my betrothed has a name like Firestone, I've always loved that name. If it were Keanu Firestone, I would just change it all. But no, I'll just stay Keanu, and then I'll be Keanu B. Thompson, I guess.
Keanu B. Thompson.
I'm gonna change it legally and be Keanu Bisanti in like friendship lives and things. But I've already. Like Chrissy, you're not changing it to like public. Well, you changed it legally, but it's not like you're Chrysanthemum Pellegrino, right? I
can't be changing my Twitter handle at this stage.
No, I'm not changing my Twitter handle.
Yeah, I think that's.
You just do what I did.
It matters what's your line of work.
My stage name too.
And it matters like what are you gonna do? I think it matters more like what are you gonna do when you have kids? Are you gonna hyphenate or not?
Yeah, what about kids? The kids.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. And then what if, like, because when you start hyphenating, then the kids hyphen, and then they hyphen, and then pretty soon you end up like with a Mexican last name, like
Or maybe, and then maybe after a while, people will get used to the
Lobo,
idea of Keanu
Rodriguez, Carmelito, Monzon.
You know what? I think that the compromise should be that she doesn't take his last name, but the kids take the last name.
If you really want to keep, if you need to keep it for work.
I think that they're looking at it wrong. It's because it's all this, I have to take his last name. It's like, no, you get to take his last name.
Oh my God.
Getting married in less than 20 days.
You are?
All the men are hard. No, I know.
Peaches.
He's got to have a cool last name.
Yeah, we're both Portuguese, so it's.
What's his last name?
I'm not saying it on it.
It's man.
Don't get me wrong. I'm excited to take the last name Bisconti. It's much cooler than Thompson. But just for already, I just don't want to change everything online. But legally,
your
I'll
online
take it.
persona.
Yeah.
Doesn't got much chill.
Yay. Okay, what else did this article
I'm
say?
changing it.
Oh, sad.
His is cool too.
Okay, here we go. In the weeks that have followed, the subject has become more and more of an issue in our relationship. Turns out my husband believes resolutely that a woman should take her partner's name after marriage, an idea that is so outdated. Wow, if this woman thinks this is outdated and sexist, then she already has her answer.
His last name.
But to him, my refusal to change my name apparently means I don't love him enough. Several friends have told me to just give in, that a name isn't worth putting my relationship at risk over, and that I can just continue to use my maiden name professionally, which I get it to an extent, but I can't help but think that if we just brush this issue under the rug, I'm not doing myself. It just sounds like she doesn't want to.
Right. Well, also, it's very it's very old school. Like, why doesn't the man take the last name? Whoever has the best last name, Thompson is less than Bisconti. Bisconti's cooler than Thompson, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if my last name were Firestone and his was Bisconti, then I'd be like, why don't you become Gino Firestone and I'll be Keanu Firestone, right? Maybe it should be like that. I understand it warms my heart and gives me butterflies to take Bisconti's last name, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? I want to.
I agree with that. I agree
But
with
like
that.
it doesn't, if you just want to, I had a friend named Loretta and she didn't want to take her husband's last name because it was Lynn. She just didn't want to be Loretta Lynn. So
that sounds nice.
Well, I mean, it's a country singer, and she was just like, I believe it is. That's why, yeah. So, I mean, it's nothing. It doesn't have to be one or the other. You can do it legally and still be, I'll still be Keanu C. Thompson for now, but maybe then we'll make it Keanu B. Thompson online, and then eventually people will be like Keanu Bisconti. We'll see.
Did you know this? According to Pew Research survey, 8 out of 10 women still take their husband's name, while 5% hyphenate their name to incorporate both, and others still change their name legally while maintaining their maiden name professionally, which I did, but I have some misgivings about, given how much confusion it causes at times.
It shouldn't cause any confusion. It's very straightforward.
Yeah, it's not that hard to have like a professional name.
No, I don't think it's confusing at all.
Yeah.
Because like the people that I guess follow you or come to shows, like they don't see your mail, they don't see your credit cards, they don't fucking know or so.
Do you think Alice Cooper's real name is Alice Cooper?
No.
Do you think David Bowie's real name was David Bowie?
Name.
No, David Bowie.
Elton John's real name is Elton John.
No.
Right?
Maybe Elton John.
Okay, Jonah Hill's name isn't even Jonah Hill. It's Jonah Feldstein, by the way. So
Really?
it is. He changed it to Jonah Hill. Nobody has not nobody, but like not nobody, but not everybody has their stage name be exactly what it is. That's why his sister's name is Beatty Feldstein. Because
it's a brand too. At that point, your stage name becomes the brand, and it's like if someone sees your name, like if they're in a town and it's like, oh, Chrissie Mayr's here, it's like, oh, Chrissie Thompson's here. It's like they're just gonna walk right by. They'll never know.
Right.
It's ridiculous. It's but the professional name, and especially in a showbiz situation, I would think is just standard. Keep it.
Yeah.
It's silly.
You know, one of the most raging feminists, the only time I'll ever get political, guess who changed her last name
Who?
for an upgraded last name?
Who?
Hillary.
Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Rodham.
Oh.
And
but
she won't divorce him because she don't want to lose that last name.
Oh, that
What?
is so
You want to be
icky.
called Hillary Rodham?
Yeah, I think that's like right. Aren't you a good feminist? Why would you do that then?
Yep.
You always call her crooked.
that's funny. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Put my Thompson name in the middle and just
Well,
kick my
you
middle
notice
name.
a lot
yeah.
of women are feminists until their husband's name has more weight to it.
Oh.
You see, there's that too. Even if your name is douchebag and you're like a super giant millionaire, then it's like, I've always wanted to be a douchebag.
I've heard of a couple instances of men who have
Keanu
changed their last name
douchebag
to
sounds
the
nice.
woman's last name because they had they were heir to some, I don't know, pineapple throne or something.
Did Paris Hilton's husband take her last name?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Well, I think he was like rich on his own because I saw the size of that diamond.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like this big.
Well,
I think
Kim K went Kim Kardashian West. Right?
Look,
Wait.
my God,
Oh,
she's got
right.
another
Did
difference.
she take the West away?
No, well now she's just Kim Kardashian again, but she was Kim Kardashian West, KKW Beauty. It's a $1 billion company,
Right.
you know.
And did she
right.
change the beauty name? Probably not.
No, it's still KKW. And then
Robert
Chloe, I believe, was Chloe Kardashian Odom. Yeah. Yeah, who needs a middle name? You don't really need it. You could still call yourself that if you wanted to.
Yeah. Very interesting.
It's
Very-
yeah.
Russell Hall. Oh, there you go. Anna, it doesn't count as taking the man's last name if it was already your last name to begin.
Oh, shut the fuck
Ha
up.
ha ha. That's a cousin joke.
Yeah.
Although my cousins don't have the same last name as me, so like they're not Mayers. They're my dad's sister's married name. You know what I mean? So that cousin joke wouldn't work on me, sir.
Someone
Yeah.
said Olivia Wilde is Olivia Cockburn. That's true. Olivia Wilde she took that name after Oscar Wilde. People change their name and shit all the time. Also,
I'm gonna change my name to Cockburn.
Wait, did
Cockburn.
Olivia change her name when she was
Chrissy
married?
Cockburn. Chrissy Cockburn. I don't care.
Alliteration is key.
When Olivia was married to the prince, did she change her name to his last name?
Olivia who?
Olivia Wilde was married to a prince,
Oh shit.
like an actual prince.
I don't know.
Once we
Let's look
start
it up.
talking about the Kardashians, man, I'm just like, what am I doing?
I apologize, dreadlocks.
What am I doing?
Let's talk about glass blowing again.
Because I'm gonna have to get back to the hospital here. Somebody
Ask
me a
quick.
question.
Ask Matt a question before he becomes bored.
No, I just gotta. The hospital closes at a certain point, and they'll shut me out if I don't get back soon.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want to get in trouble.
Questions in the chat for Matt, please.
This is favorite.
Yeah, I guess I am of the opinion that you should take your husband's name because
think in
why are you
general-
getting
in
then
general,
don't get married? I don't
But
know.
if you have like a super awesome last name and the person's name Thrift, you just hold up.
Yeah.
Unless their name is like
on that.
Dick
I was just
Fart or
like,
something.
Dick
Like,
Fart?
yeah, like I don't want to be Keanu Dick Fart. I guess
I
like
want to be Deandra Dick Fart.
Keanu Dick Fart.
Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.